Definitely, don't worry. We have ample of time. In fact, we have 3 working days, and I will cover from very basic to the advanced. And do you know, when I give trainings to the corporate organizations where participants are around 15, 20, then 2 days are more than enough. And you are quite fortunate in this area that I will give you the training in the whole 3 days, and you will get a lot of the new ideas in it. Okay, now let's start our lecture. And before starting our lecture, I would request you to please take notes either on MS Word or on paper, so that whenever I talk something, whenever I tell you any, you can say the feedback, any guidance, advice, you just note it down. It will help you in your working life, or it will help you to make advanced spreadsheet modeling. Okay, now let's start. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
Yes.
Nicole, can you see my screen? Okay, if you see in the Microsoft Excel, this is this sheet is open in front of you, and in a single, this is called single workbook. Workbook means a single Excel sheet, single Excel file that contains multiple worksheets. This is a workbook, and in the top, in the green title, this is called Excel workbook name. Right now, the book name is book 7. Okay, this is called title bar, and then the name of the file. And here, these are called worksheets. Sheet 1, by press here, I can add multiple sheets, even though you can add here around 256 worksheets here. Okay, this is the workbook. The name of the workbook is book 7, but right now I'm working in sheet 2, means I'm working in sheet 2, and I can rename this sheet as well. There are multiple ways to rename it. Let's say simple double click here and write a worksheet name. Let's say if I write it name Excel training. Okay, and the second way is that you can rename it by simple right click over there. Go there, there are multiple options. Go there, rename, and rename the it name, let's say Excel training part 2. Okay, whenever you will open an Excel file, you will see a green bar. This is called the title bar of the workbook, and all these are called worksheets. In a single workbook, there can be multiple worksheets, and in a single worksheet, you can see single worksheet contains multiple cells. This is a single cell. In a single worksheet, you can see there a single sheet contains rows and columns. A column, B column, C column, D column, and it can move up to 16,000 columns. Okay, and if we move into the rows, this is single row, second row, third row, fourth row. Means in a single Excel worksheet, we have 16,000 columns and more than 1 million rows. This is a single row, and the naming convention for the rows is numbers, while the naming convention for the columns is alphabets. Let's say if I'm in the cell I11, you can see in the name box, this is called name box. In the name box, I'm cell I11. If I'm here, I can see I'm in L17. L means L column, 17 means 17 row. Let's say if I ask from Nicole, in which cell I'm at the moment, in which cell I am at the moment, I26. I means I column, 26 means 26 row. Means in a single Excel sheet there are blocks. Right now I'm at the moment I26. Okay, fine. Just give me
Yeah,
the
that's
thumbs
good.
up if
Yeah,
you're fine. That's great.
good.
That's great. I just started that whenever you will open an Excel file, this is called Excel workbook. In a single workbook, there can be multiple worksheets, and single worksheet contains multiple cells. And a single cell become with alphabet or and number. Alphabet means this is a cell. A single cell contains from columns and rows. Now the question arises: how many columns we have? If we see the A column, B column, C column, we have total 16,000 columns. And how many rows? More than 1 million rows. Let me show you how we can see the columns and rows. Let's say right now I'm A4. We can see in the name box. This is called name box. Let's say if I want to jump into the last row, I will press Control down arrow. Control is a shortcut to jump into the last row. Right now you can see in the name box, I'm at the moment A column and this row number. Okay. Now if I want to move back into the first row, what will be the shortcut? I'm here at the last row, but I want to move back into the first row. What will be the shortcut?
Would you just type in A1?
No. Yes, the one option is that in the name box type A1. Why? Very good. And what is the second option, Nicole? I want to move back into the cell A1. How can I do that?
I don't know.
No issue, no issue. Basically,
Sorry.
I'm.
Sorry,
Don't
my
worry.
eyes.
I'm. Yes.
Yeah, it's hard for me to see. So I'm gonna try my best to follow.
Okay. Um, you are on mute, Nicole. Basically, I always interact my session both ways so that you may. I will ask question, you will give me the answers. By this, the retention power would be high. Okay. Right now, I'm here. Cell A column, the row number, which is more than 1 million. And if I want to move back into the first row, the shortcut is Control up arrow. Automatically, it will jump into the first row. If I press Control down arrow, let me write here, Control in your laptop plus down arrow. Let's say I'm here. If I want to jump into the last row, Control down arrow. Magic, I just move into the last row. And if I want to move back into the first row, Control up arrow, I move back into the first row. Likewise, if you want to move into the last column, Control right arrow, automatically you move into the last column. Control left arrow, you move into the first column. Means in a single worksheet, if you want to move around the sheet, if you want to move into the corner of the sheet, just press Control up arrow, down arrow, right arrow, left arrow. Automatically you will move inside your worksheet. Got it? Give me the thumbs up. Nicole?
Thumbs
Nicole?
up.
Now, there are two options. One way, let's say if I say to you, go into the cell A100. This is the name box. Just press there A100. Automatically, you will move into that cell. Let's say if you want, I say to you, go to the cell, let's say C17. Press there C17. Automatically, sorry, C17. Automatically you will move into that cell. You can see there C is being highlighted, 17 is being highlighted, means I'm at the moment in cell C17. I'm just giving you the idea that how you move inside the worksheet. Okay. Now let's say if you see in the bar, this is called quick access toolbar. Quick access toolbar means, let's say if I write something and I want to let's say I want to bold, I want to increase the size, or I want to give the background of the color, and I'm using these kind of tools, and you want to use these tools frequently again and again, again and again, then I will put these tools here. How? Just simple right click, add to the quick access toolbar. Automatically this tool will come here, and I will use these tools frequently again and again. Let's say if I write some name here, if I write name here, now I want to bold it here.
You're cutting in and out really bad.
Okay. And I want to bold it. How? can I do this? Just simply go there. Sorry, but delete it. Okay, add it back here. So, okay, now it's fine. I can't hear you. Now you are internet. Let me check it. Okay, let me change my internet connection. I have another connection. Now my voice is clear. Can you hear me properly?
Yes, I could hear you.
Okay, okay.